try copy them for stop it.
Many times I could have picked up a gun.
I react. Them other little station up the road like some little weed. I want to them in deep.
Sure ain't no fun, oh no. 'Cause I think what would happen if the other man thinks the same? Then bullets fall like rain. It's no fun, no. No, it's no fun. Oh, I see greed and I see selfishness. Every man is first.
Ladies and gentlemen,
This is the Entertainment Buzz.
hear me told ya.
Yo.
What them say? Up to the buzz. We don't know. The buzz.
You know how we roll.
This is the Entertainment Buzz. Further on in the buzz.
What we gonna do right here is go back, way back into time.
Sky, are you? All the respect them eyes up. Like a flag. Hear me now. So bout it. Dig it way.
Entertainment Buzz are the real thing, man. Sight.
And now, our feature presentation.
Yes, sir. We want to say a very special welcome to the EBUZZ. I'm DJ Bones.
And I'm Kishima Francis. Remember, you can follow us on social media. On Instagram, it's IRIFM_J8. Twitter, it's IRI_FM. And Facebook, it's IRIFM.
Yeah, and of course, we want to say a very special thanks to our sponsor. We want to say thanks to Thomo Vibes Distributors, Trangbach Tonic Wine. Strengthen your back for make the attack. Well, every time you hear the commercial, let me say, what kind of attack I go on?
Don't it? It just sound rough.
Rough, man. There's no, you know, no little suave affair. Just attack. Well, I tell you, got a hot show for you.
How was your weekend? How you been?
Weekend is locked down, of course. So we had minimal movement, but the weekend was good. Quiet, productive, but quiet. So couldn't do anything much in terms of out and about, but we got things done online and we got things done around the house. So,
Well, that's good.
the best thing.
And knowing you,
Yeah.
I'm happy that you got a lot done.
Yes, I have to get a lot done because it's no fun when you can't get it done. Anyway.
You know, cut
But-
it with the rhymes.
Yes.
But of course, you know, today is the celebration of Groundation Day, which
Right.
commemorates Haile Selassie's visit to Jamaica in
Jamaica.
1966.
Yeah.
So with COVID, I'm sure there aren't as much celebrations across the island like, you know, in previous years. Same thing for 420 celebrations yesterday.
Boy, 420 was a very smoky day, no pun intended. Lots of smoky smoke going on yesterday. Lots of celebrations, but a lot of them were just online. And I think Muta will be doing a special stream tonight on Groundation Day too. So people can log on and watch the cutting edge after the EBUZZ. So just give me a little plug there, right there. Lots of stuff happening, eh? Enough things.
Definitely.
the-
Well, tonight, of course, we have an interesting show as per usual.
Yes.
We'll have our discussion. Tony Rebel will be joining us for that. You know, you hear the government talking about ensuring that there is
Stimulus for the entertainers.
for the. What do you make of that?
I do believe everybody needs a little help because I think every sector pretty much was affected by COVID. But I'm pretty sure the reactions are a little bit mixed in terms of entertainers getting a stimulus. I really don't have an opinion on it right now. I know that if the entertainers are smart and they have their registration and their royalties and things in check, they should still be able to earn.
Definitely. And even in the same breath, while, you know, once there is money to be had, you're not trying to talk against anybody or any group of people getting it,
Yeah.
but it is also the how. How will it work?
Yeah.
What are the criteria?
Yeah, who qualifies? How much will they be getting? And
Are new entertainers, upcoming entertainers exempt? Will you have to show that you're an entertainer for perhaps 5 years or more?
right, because if they don't do that, everybody will become an entertainer same time.
Yeah, but the industry as is,
Yeah.
is huge. It's not just entertainers. You're also talking about industry players.
Right.
So does this include promoters, party, club promoters
Club
as well,
promoters,
selectors,
plays.
producers?
Yeah, all of that. You're right.
So the industry itself is very big. So also we have to find out what portion will be allocated to entertainers. Is this a venture we can afford?
We have to find out how the mechanics of this are gonna, how is it gonna work, and see how it happens. Because I know a lot of people are going to be probably saying that they probably don't need it because they before pre-COVID, a lot of them made very good money, versus a man who, you know, in a regular job and then it was knocked out because of COVID. Do they think it's fair or whatever? So, you know, we'll have to find out and see the reactions. But I mean, I do believe the entertainment industry, players and entertainers, the industry players, and this field was especially hard hit. It was really hit hard.
Absolutely. And it doesn't matter even if persons are earning. Once you have your savings and you're religiously going in it from day to day without being able to top up, it will dwindle.
Yeah,
so, you know, it should be an interesting conversation. And we have to use this forum, Bones, to say we did extend an invitation to government officials to come on to answer some of these questions that we need answers to, just to find out how will it work. Because members of the entertainment industry, they too want to know how it will work.
I mean, if it's an industry that relates to me or you or whoever, we're going to want to know how they're going to actually distribute this. So, but we didn't get anybody from the ministry, so I'm sure we will get some information via some other platform how it's going to work out. So we'll get to Tony Rebel discussing that a little later. Do you want to get into some of these hot topics here? And of course, the doctor, Beanie Man, will soon know his medicine coming up soon. In terms of the dancehall heavyweight, Beanie Man will know his fate next month after pleading guilty to breaching the Disaster Risk Management Act. Beanie Man appeared in the St. Elizabeth Parish Court today, today's the 21st, I think. Yeah, but where he pleaded not guilty to breaching the Noise Abatement Act, a charge that was not pursued by the prosecution. However, he is to be sentenced on May 17 for breaching the Disaster Risk Act. The dancehall DJ was charged in December after he allegedly hosted an illegal party on November 29, 2020 in the Shrewsbury district in the parish. So let us see what is going to happen with the doctor next month. I don't know. I'm not quite sure how these sentencings go in terms of what is it going to be, a little jail time or a very hefty fine or both.
Perhaps it
Maybe
may
a fine.
be a fine.
Yeah, to me.
We're not sure. Maybe it will be a hefty fine. So let us see. Hopefully, you know, it is something that, well, if he's Beanie Man, he should be able to fork it out.
I hope so. When we hear the finding out, Zaga, what? Yes. So.
No. Also, of course, in our hot topics, now Ramesh, it seems like there is no stopping or slowing down for Ramesh. He is in need of sound engineers now as he expands his musical footprint. Ramesh used his Instagram to make the announcement on Tuesday this week. He explained that the need came because he built a third studio, which means he's looking to produce even more music. So he said, a quote, "So I'm in studio now, working, but guess what? I manage 3 artists, Shensia, Ding Dong Ravers, and Up Top Boss Official. So I made 2 more studios, so now I have 3 studios. I need 2 bad engineers, well loyal and talented," he posted. He also added that he intends to launch a competition so that he can find the right talent to join his already successful team.
Kudos to Ramesh. To me, I think this pandemic has made him move quicker and expand and do bigger things. So he has really taken the opportunity to make the most of this pandemic. and we want to say kudos to him. And a lot of people have been making kudos. Have been making good moves with the pandemic also. But lots of things going on, and you were talking that Ramesh mentioned this to his 771,000 followers. Social media is just such a platform. So what we'd love to do now is to find out the social media highs and lows with Shanice Williams and Trisan Wilson.
What a segue.
Yeah.
It's now time for social media high and lows.
Girl, you know so what going on social media.
Yeah, girl, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
It's your social media highs and lows.
Like I every other day, them find something new for try. Them no mention my name, them no feel them not the light. This and every Wednesday we've got the online buzz.
I'm Tris.
And I'm Shanice.
Let's jump right into the highs. The 8-time Olympic champion and 11-time world champion Usain Bolt is among 9 elite athletes who have partnered with home fitness company Peloton for its newly released Champions Collection. Peloton Interactive Inc. is an exercise equipment and media company that allows monthly subscribers to remotely participate in classes via streaming media. So, we will definitely get to see Bolt showcasing his summer body and his training routine that will be available on Peloton this summer.
Ooh.
Of course, the sprint legend officially shared his excitement on Instagram. He wrote, "I'm excited to officially partner with Peloton to showcase my training routine and connect with the global community," he said. They announced the Champions Collection will be partnering with Alison Felix, Andre DeGrasse, Paralympic long jumper Scout Bassett, just to name a few. According to the online publication, athletes will not likely become formal instructors, but will have pages built out on their platform where subscribers can follow along with their favorite workouts or playlists.
Right, and this is such a good move because so many persons are at home because of the pandemic. This is really a good move.
Yeah, man, this is a great initiative.
So, girl, when it's not a man beating a woman, it's a woman beating a man. All round abuse everywhere you turn. So, in the lows for this week, there was a video circulating on social media with an irate woman assaulting a man in a public space. In the video, the woman was seen pushing and grabbing the man and telling him to lick her and asked the man, "Why am I wait pan for lick her?" On multiple occasions, the woman was seen putting her hands on the man. She was apparently handed a stick or something of the sort that was used to hit the man across his face. But throughout the whole video, the man did not retaliate. He did not lay a hand on her. So big up to you, sir. We're unsure as to why or how this started, but it wasn't a good look on the woman's part. Social media users were very vocal about the incident. One user said, "Regardless of the situation, that's assault." Another said, "I commend the man for displaying such great self-control. This woman clearly out of order." Another person said, "I beg the man to lick you. When him lick you down now you ball out violence against women, SMH." And just a little after the video went viral, the JCF put out a statement to say that they're aware of the situation and they appealed to the man to make contact with the police.
But really though, people, only if stop it, all of this not necessary. Let's stop hurting each other and stop the violence against each other. Let's do that now, one Jamaica, you know. So from Bolt's Peloton partnership
to the man beater,
who do you think took social media this week?
While that's for another conversation, check it before you click it because once you hit send, you may be a social media high or low.
And that's your social media highs and lows. Catch us next Wednesday for What's Buzzing.
I'm Shanice.
And I'm Tris. Bye!
Bye! I tell you.
Thanks there, Shanice.
Thank you so
Williams
much.
And Trisan Wilson for our social media highs and lows this week.
All right, we're up for a break. We'll be right back.
Tile Arcade, see you drive Lucy. We stock toilets, basins, granite countertops, porcelain, tin, grout, doors, faucets, shower enclosures, glass, blocks, and so much more. Call us 810-9069, WhatsApp 807-8840. The time by Tile Arcade is...
And your time by the Tile Arcade is 8:47. All right, so we got lots going on tonight.
So welcome back if you're just joining us. Bones and I, we were just, chatting up our discussion before we delve into it. Earlier this week, the Prime Minister, he made mention that, there should be stimulus for entertainers and members within the entertainment industry. And we have Tony Rebel, who is an artist and promoter.
Right.
Who will be joining us for this discussion.
We're just waiting to get Tony Rebel online, and then, of course, we'll get into this discussion, which is very interesting because, and I think that gong says Tony Rebel is online. Inevitable. Tony Rebel, the girl them fresh vegetable. Where you say, man? Tony. Blessings.
Hi, Rebel.
Why you so...
Always a pleasure. Welcome.
Yeah, man. Give thanks, you know.
Yeah, we couldn't hear you so well. You look like it. You're amongst the vegetables.
I am.
Ah, there you go. You got clear. All right, Tony, thanks for making time to talk to us tonight. With the statement made by the government about the stimulus for entertainers, do you think it's a good initiative?
Do I think it's a good initiative?
Yeah.
For me, anything that is said by somebody who is a politician, you have to be cautiously optimistic. I dare any promise that is made to be fulfilled and be fulfilled in a meaningful way. So, whenever that is happened, that is when it will be good for me.
But you know, Tony, as someone who has been in the industry for a while, and not only that, but you understand structure and streamlining and that kind of execution from a promoter standpoint. Who do you think should benefit if this, for instance, should go forward? We're not just, yes, we're talking about entertainers and members within the industry that will also include selectors, producers, promoters, club operators, system owners, sound system owners, selectors, etc. Who will benefit, and what yardstick do you foresee they will use to measure in terms of who will get what amount and how it can work?
Well, in Jamaica, we know that one of the main driving force towards the economy is tourism or the creative industry. The creative industry is one that propels tourism. We know that.
Right.
If there's a sector in a country that helps to support your GDP, and here comes a pandemic, and it is down and need some form of support, whether whatever stimulus it is, whether monetary or whatever, it would be wise of a government to support such sector, because on the back end or on the front end, that sector is one that already helped and will continue to help in the future. When it comes to the creative industries, it is so broad. It is far outnumbered those sections that you mentioned: selector artists, sound system owners, all the people who are providers within that industry. The very man who lift up a box, the very person who drive around people, the very gas station that sells gas. It surpasses actually over maybe 1,000 different areas. So the persons who are supposed to benefit are those who are in need. You know what I mean? Because the sector has been down, and not only it is good to give the sector money so that they can have money to spend, but the whole sector itself needs to be afloat so that the same sector can come back and help this very country. So, I mean, those who are in need supposed to get it. You know what I mean? I kind of see some comments where some people say, the artists them don't reach already, so them don't forget nothing. I mean, music business is so far much more than artists, and far much more than musicians and all of that. Maybe the very person we are talking, them same one, is a part of it. But, in an indirect way, they are beneficiaries. And I want to tell you, I see the picture where I know maybe that is why you called me. And one of my fellow artists, Bounty, made a comment about the sister me in the picture. So you see that picture there now, that picture they take long before COVID. So it's not like it's a new meeting.
Right.
No, it's not a new meeting. Where I had with the PM, and that picture is now circulated. And I like the picture too, because everybody hold them seal. Right. So I know you must know who initiate that kind of vibe. Because only Rastaman who did it, the picture was I. So, but it's something we have. And I just want to put that out.
You just want to clarify that, okay?
Do you
so
think
just in case anybody see that I say, wait, I wonder if you can get some. No. And as I say, no matter how you see, we are not politician or brethren. If you know, when election comes, politicians win elections by making promises. We always know that is not so much the promise that is being made, but it's the fulfillment. That is where my focus is at. So I bear the stimulus presentation that was made to be fulfilled. That is what I look for. For right now, as I said before, I may repeat myself, I'm cautiously optimistic.
Rebel, though, as somebody who is forward thinking and you are about the development of the industry, do you think that it would be far more beneficial to the industry if this talks of a stimulus is actually pumped into the reopening of the entertainment sector, just in areas where we can actually go out in a safe way, enjoy entertainment activities for patrons, entertainers, just vendors, just everybody in general? If the stimulus money can be generated into a streamlined reopening or a slowed reopening process, as opposed to just tossing it out there in a wide way, and like we would have underscored just now, the creative industry is vast.
Yeah, well, the stimulus should be more than just money. But as you just mentioned, which is a good point, the reopening of the industry is something that millions of people, both here and abroad, are looking forward to, and hoping that there can be methods that can be used even within the pandemic that can really supply the demands of our industry. You know what I mean? That is the section that should be mostly looked into. Not that the stimulus would not be important,
right,
but the sector being open and have everybody helping themselves and doing what they are able to do would far more reaching than just give them a fish, but teach them how to.
Yeah. But I guess
or help them how to.
Right. But you know, Tony, in terms of the opening of the sector, now that would be a little bit of a very unique balance, because we still would have to really prioritize people's safety into getting the sector open. And this is the reason the sector was closed in the first place, because of the pandemic. Realistically, do you think that it can be opened with what is happening now in terms of the pandemic, in terms of just uncertainties on the vaccine and just all sorts of little variants popping up, you know?
Well, hear this now. If everybody who you listen to, and they give you a prognosis and the thing, them tell you that this virus will be here with us for a long time.
Yes.
Hence, people have to learn how to
live with it.
Mitigate.
Coexist.
So you have to know the mitigating protocols.
Right.
You just mentioned about the uncertainty about the vaccine and all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Me's one of them who is not advocating to say, all right, after everybody take the vaccine, then we all can go to the party. Me hear that all the Prime Minister said that.
Yeah.
But still, I don't know him get away with that. Nobody nothing say nothing about it, because it is obvious if you even take the vaccine, you still get sick. It is obvious you can still get COVID, you can still pass COVID on. It don't really stop it. Them reason why them say is like it helps to reduce hospitalization and
and death.
reduce death. That is it.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't even bring that into the equation. But the first protocol that people are talking about, if you're there in a crowd, you wear your mask and you keep your hands clean, which is our thing from a long time,
right.
and have physical distancing and all of that. That can work and educate people more about the disease. I mean, don't try to teach them in a draconian way, and if they have alternative ideas, you make it look like they are conspiracy theories. Just talk to them in a meaningful way, because everybody has sense nowadays, and let them understand how them can really go through and deal with it. If the sector needs to be open, then we come together and find the best way to open it. You know, maybe none of us not really have the answer yet either. You know what I mean? Because remember, everything new about this pandemic, so most people are going through trial and error. Some people are come talk like them have the prescribed blueprint. But we know, say, and so we don't expect no panacea, whether it comes through vaccine or whatever for this.
Right.
But an understanding of the virus and how to get your way through it could help to make different sectors open up, because, look here, a whole of a sector never lacking us. We drive through the place and we see it all the time. Supermarket, them still full enough.
Yep.
Enough of the businesses, enough of the big businesses still full too, and most of these businesses are businesses that is controlled by, Mr. Big. We know that. So we are saying the sectors that the small man have to deal with is not like, we're not saying that the relevant authority are not doing anything, but I am saying that we can do more, and I want to point to our creative industries. There are many proposals that I've seen and different people talk about how they can, set their spaces in a way that can, people don't have to be contaminated, or things that can mitigate. And these are proposals that the government must look into. Because, we're not even just saying that because I am from the creative industry and you are government. Government, you need to deal with that section, because you know how valuable that section is to the economy. You know how valuable that section is even to you yourself.
Right.
Because it's an industry that deals with popularity, and we don't know. See there? Most politicians deal with that kind of section, especially when they need to. And most organizations in their advertisement, they deal with that area too, because the advertisement has come with a little music so that people can be attracted to it and all of that kind of stuff there. So it's important to look into in a broad way and in a timely way, and not in a we can deal with that after. It's
Tony,
supposed to be prioritized also.
I tell you, we want to thank you so much, Tony, but I always agree that this situation is novel, which is new to us, but the information that we have, that we know that works, it needs to be enforced and it needs to be disciplined. I think a lot of people are not so disciplined with the protocols that we know so far works. And if we have to, I don't know if there has to be better enforcement or better sensitization, but we can't have 10 people standing up and 9 wearing the mask and 1 man not wearing it. And when that happens,
it cannot just be, the emphasis cannot be placed on a particular sector and not placed on the other.
Right.
I mean, Jamaica itself, we kind of glorifying her indiscipline, because not for the people who are supposed to be disciplined, they are not, yet they're telling you to be disciplined.
Yes.
So it is incumbent upon every individual, those from the top straight to the grass, to understand that this thing is not anything that is only one. It looks like it's no respect of anybody.
Exactly.
See? So everybody need to understand about it. It's not that we have to effort within themselves because remember, so we are flesh and bone.
Tony, thank you so much
Well,
for talking
always
to
a
us.
pleasure, Tony Rebel, and you're always dropping some gems whenever we talk. Thank you.
Big up, Tony, every time. Respect.
Every time. Bless up on yourself.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Tony Rebel.
Hopefully.
Respect. All right. Quick little nice
Yeah,
discussion.
some pointers there. And it's full time we start being proactive, don't it?
Well, I tell you, it's always better to be proactive than reactive. You know, so thanks again to Tony Rebel for sharing, and of course, always good views on his side. We're going into a pre-recorded feature now, so we're going to go to the movie theater at this particular point, a very, what you call, virtual one. So we now present At the Movies with Maisha Brody.
Lights, camera, action. Hey movie lovers, welcome to At the Movies. I'm Maisha Brody. If you are a social media user or you keep up to date with the latest happenings, you may just have heard about the intriguing philanthropist Donna Gow, affectionately called Auntie Donna, who has become popular for her good deeds and some degree of drama. Well, I have the tea that this drama queen, as some may call her, is actually taking her drama skills to another level and will soon make her acting debut. She's expected to star in the production Bangarang in the Auntie Donna House alongside Audrey Reed, Dion Silvera, Karen Harriet and Peter Heslop. Bangarang in a Auntie Donna House premieres on May 14th on Jamaica Online TV. Much has not been said about the plot, but the name alone gives us a hint. I'm looking forward to this one. Still on the movie scene, Warner Brothers and Legendary's Godzilla vs. Kong is approaching the $400 million global mark as it topped $300 million at the international box office last weekend. After overtaking Tenet as the #1 grossing movie of the pandemic era domestically a week ago, Godzilla vs. Kong has also now surpassed that film to boast the same honors for a Hollywood title internationally and globally. It's now time for this week's top 5 movies. At number 5 we have Boogie. At number 4 this week is Boss Level. Zack Snyder's Justice League takes the number 3 spot. At number 2 we have Godzilla vs. Kong. And in the number 1 spot this week is The Vault. If you love great movies and series, go ahead and add these to your watch list. That's a wrap. Join us next week for more exciting movie news. For At the Movies, I'm Maisha Brody.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Maisha Brody, for At the Movies.
At
yes?
the movies.
Yes.
That should be interesting with Auntie Donna.
Yeah, we're getting ready now. We're getting ready to reach across to the London side of the world, and we will be getting our music artists online. But before we do that, we go for a break. We'll be right back.
The time brought to you by IRI FM is...
It is 7 minutes after 9 in the a.m. And, of course, every week we have a platform for our music artists. And, of course, this week our music artist is a lovely lady from Onika Venus, lady that is based in the district of Manchester, but she now resides in London. We're going to be having a quick chat with her to find out how she got into this business. But I do believe we're trying to get her online. Them look a foreign call and a foreign Zoom, sure, I tell you. So we're going to be getting.
It's late.
Yeah, it's pretty late there because it should be the wee hours of the morning there now. So let us hope that we get Onika online. But it is going to be an interesting interview with Onika. Yeah, so but Tony Rebel did a good job talking to us about that stimulus. Boy, that is going to be controversial when it comes out, I think.
Yeah, it is, and there are just different ways to look at it, because one of the things that we've underscored is that the creative industry itself it's very huge. And how will you determine who should get something, and what yardstick will you use to measure to say? I know Tony had mentioned for persons who need it, persons in need, but then everybody's need is different.
That is so true. And that's why it would have been so great or opportune if we had somebody from the ministry to kind of break down the mechanics of it,
How
and
it will work.
how it will work, and so
You
on.
know,
So
I know for many moons, they have been encouraging entertainers to join the entertainment registry. Will that be something that is used? I mean, you know, will you say for persons who have been in the industry for 5 years, or, you know, just different ways and to go about doing it to determine?
right, and suppose you have somebody who has been in the business for, say, 5 years, as you say, but has had #1 hits right through. You know, would they be eligible for that? You know, so that's another thing. They may saying, well, maybe their finances are not as bad as, say,
Somebody else's, you know, yeah.
So let us
What
see.
about upcoming entertainers who, you know, they got their break a year or 2 years before COVID?
Right.
They are getting the airplay, they found 2 songs, but then, you know, are they not eligible?
Exactly. So this is why it would have been so opportune if we had someone from the ministry to kind of tell us, maybe this is just put out there and the mechanics have not been worked out yet. I'm assuming that's what it is, because if they had the mechanics together, I'm pretty sure they would have put out.
They would, and they would have
how it's
jump
gonna
at the opportunity to come on. Maybe it was just said. Could it be a situation where it was just said to take heat off the prime minister following recent statements as it
about
relates to the
crime.
contributing factor to crime and violence, and then the heavy backlash across social media platforms, like Tony alluded in his conversation? It's the sector where the entertainers, they're popular. You know, they have the popularity, so you don't want to cross them. So, you know, the people of the country know, sort of looking at you sideways. So what you do?
Yeah. You just say, okay, let's do
Side with them?
Yeah. So let
So
us.
you never know. And the more we have the conversation and talk about it, it branches here and there, springing off into something else.
Right. So, and of course, as you said, this industry is a very large one. And it's very impactful on just the economics of Jamaica. And of course, the ambassadorship of Jamaica. It flies this country's flag all across the world. And what happens now, because this is an industry that has been so hard hit. I mean, everybody has been affected. So we'd like to really hear the mechanics of this, and quickly.
And given what is happening, Bones, do you foresee a reopening before the end of 2021?
Honestly, no.
Say Christmas, because someone is basically up on us.
I don't see it because, I mean, there have been projections, and even the president of the United States was saying that we should be in a very different situation by summer, by July 4 or one of those areas. I'm not seeing that yet, but I'm hoping that things will change as we go along. There's a pulling off one of the vaccines, which is going to probably affect the speed, and that's the Johnson & Johnson, which is a one-shot one. And that is actually a better, that one, no, people are immunized quicker because you don't have to go back for another shot. And on top of that, the variants. So we need to, it's a race between the vaccine and the variants, and we don't know who's going to win yet. But I mean, it would be nice, but I really don't see things, the full normality coming back this year at all. I don't see that at all. Not from at the pace that things are going. And, 1 minute you are hearing that things are going down, and within the next week, the protocols are breached again, and it just goes right back up. So.
And it's like we have to understand that we too have a responsibility.
It is us. And I mean, we have to take personal responsibility because the government cannot be walking behind everybody and say, put on your mask or sanitize or keep a distance safe. You have to do that. And these are the protocols we know now that works so far. So we need to be we have to be very disciplined in enforcing these personally, meaning I know I want to get back to some sort of normalcy, so we have to do the right thing. I know it sounds, like a recurring decimal.
And not only that too, but like I've been saying on this platform for many moons, take better care of yourself.
Build up the immune system.
Get your immune system in tip-top shape. Make sure you're eating your fruits and your vegetables. And take that care. I mean, it's your
Sleep.
body, it's your vessel, sleep. And this
Sleep,
thing
man.
that we're talking about in the streets, like the white line, team no sleep. No, team get some sleep.
Or you'll be team dead if you're not careful. so,
No, seriously.
They need to be doing that. Well, we've been we want to finding out what's happening. We've been taking the AstraZeneca vaccine here in Jamaica because it is a British, based vaccine.
How do you feel, by the way?
I'm quite fine.
A week in?
A week, I'm good to go. As they say in London, lovely, lovely. All right.
Well, I'm happy you're in tip-top shape, eh?
Yeah, well, I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to go across to London at this particular point in time because our music artist is
Onika Venus.
Onika Venus. And Onika, we want to say a very special welcome to you. I know it's late where you are. Good night or good morning.
Good morning.
How are you? Onika? I wonder if Onika still asleep. Tired over there, because what is it though? How far in London is it? About 6 hours?
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere there about that. So let us see if we can get Onika on the line now. Onika, you there? Everything is up?
All right, I don't think we have Onika.
They just came in and said she was on the line, so let us see if they can work that out. Yeah, so, we just wanted to find out what is it like, what's the music like in London, and of course, how she got into it, and how what is it like there?
It's a space that we provide right here on the EBUZZ for upcoming talent. And when you really look at the industry, they need a space to introduce themselves.
Yeah, because a lot of times, and when you talk to a lot of the younger artists or upcoming artists, they do have a challenge sometimes getting a little bit of a space to introduce themselves. So it's very important that they get an opportunity.
It is important. And especially for the growth and development of the industry itself. On this very platform, I mean, Etana was a music artist.
Coffee, music artist.
Was a music artist. So, we really, and we could go on and on, you know, so.
So we're...
it's important.
It's important to give them the platform for them to expose and show what they're up to. And we are still trying to get Onika online.
I think while we wait, we are going to go to Fashion Forward with Shamara Preston and DJ Lollipop.
Okay, here we go.
Catch him on side.
It's Fashion Forward, a weekly look into what's popping,
what's hot and what's not,
hip and trendy. It's the space for all things fashion. This week, we look at ways we can remove stains from your clothes.
As you speak of this, it brings me back to the other day when I was eating a piece of barbecue chicken and it just fell on nasty up the whole of my white shirt. I never seen nothing but myself.
In your case, Lollipop, remember, treat your clothes as early as possible. The less time a stain has to soak in, the easier it will be to remove. If you can't pre-treat a stain with a stain remover, then let it soak in water. Lather, according to the fabric care instructions, using the settings safest for the fabric. And remember, do not put it to dry until the stain is completely removed.
I wish I'd known this earlier.
So your clothes spoil?
Yeah, because somebody gave me another remedy. And I tried it and it messed up the whole of my clothes.
Well, just in case you're like Lollipop, we have some DIYs you can try. Bleach is the age-old remedy for stains, and many people believe you can never go wrong with the blue soap and bleach formula. Lather the garment, place it in a container, and then into the sun. Rinse and hang dry. But remember, that formula is only for your whites.
But it seems like a lot of person doesn't know that bleach is for white, because the other day that girl, she put bleach on my blue jeans and now it's looking like something different.
It look acid wash.
Yeah.
Well, we have another thing for that, you know. For colored garments, try replacing the bleach with Oxymaster. Add your blue soap, let the garment soak, wash, rinse, and hang dry, or put it in your dryer.
Or just throw it over your wall or the fence.
Anything that works for you. Remember, we also have other types of remedies. You can also try vinegar and baking soda. It is a great stain remover. Saturate set-in stains with vinegar, then rub the spot with a paste made from equal parts of vinegar and baking soda. You can add a couple of tablespoons each of vinegar and the laundry detergent to a bucket of water and soak the garment overnight if the stain persists. Then wash, rinse, hang to dry, or in the dryer.
It's a vinegar?
Yes.
You know, I feel like that's what the person said, but I never hear good. And I go use vanilla instead.
That's why this thing now come out.
Yes, they sound so similar. Vinegar.
Vinegar. Remember also when you're using the vinegar, you have to wear gloves because vinegar can be damaging to the skin.
Because I was wondering, the more I put the vanilla on it, the more it get black and the stain just... They say that feels Goliath trouble.
Definitely. This combination should remove rust, iron marks, coffee stains, curry stains, blood stains, mildew, ink, or for the kids because we know they play a lot, grass stains and mud stains. Finally, ladies, if you should get makeup on your clothes, try using makeup wipes. They don't just work on your face. Also, try soaking a cotton ball or the tip of a washcloth in alcohol and then rub it over the makeup stain.
Speaking of that, you know, the other day you hugged me, you leave a lot of makeup on my shirt. It caused a lot of problem. It caused mayhem in my home. So you should watch that makeup thing.
All right, note taken. That's it for Fashion Forward this week. I'm Shamara.
And I'm DJ Lollipop, the party fanatic.
See you next week.
All right. Thank you there, Shamara Preston and DJ Lollipop for Fashion Forward.
Fashion forward, a lot of people going to be doing fashion online. That's why they got to do it now because there's no parties to go because you got to be safe and you got to stay inside. We are still going to try and get Onika Venus online. And if not, then we're going to have to...
yeah, we definitely will have to move on
to the next step. So let us just see if I can just see my producer coming in and tell us what's going on. If not, then we're going to go to the Marley, the great Joe Mersa.
Yeah, we have Joe Mersa.
Joe Mersa.
Have you heard his new song featuring Busy Signal, Yo Dog?
No, I haven't heard it yet, you know. It's too new for me. But I'm sure. I had the pleasure of meeting Joe Mersa a long time ago right here in Irish Yard. He was a young fella at the time. I don't know, but I know him supposed to be a big man now. But before we get to Joe Mersa, I think we do now have Onika Venus online. Good evening to you, Onika. Oh, we're going to Joe. Okay. All right, so we don't have Onika. So we're going straight to Joe Mersa. Joe, good evening, sir.
Good night.
Respect. Good night. Good evening.
Good to have you, sir. Good to have you. Joe, what is the latest with you? Obviously, you're doing big things. You've been doing big things for a long time. Tell us a little bit about what you're promoting now.
Your Dog, produced by Jazzwood, featuring Busy Signal. How did that musical connection happen?
Yes.
Oh, well, wow. We played the tune for Busy, and he was just like, yo, where's my verse? More on my hit.
Like Busy, yeah.
And you know, for me, being that Busy Signal is a huge influence upon I and I career as well. It's you know, it's just an honor and a blessing. So say, I'm jump on the tune.
Yeah, it's
it's really fresh.
Yeah, fresh. Talk to us a little of the groundation happening now. Also, how was the 420 celebration? Boy, I see a whole heap of online celebration. How was it for you?
It's also your dad's birthday as well.
Yeah.
Well, so 420 for me is more about my father's Earth Strong. You don't know what partake in the whole festivities.
Happy birthday, Stephen Marley. What you mean?
Blessed Strong, you know.
Yeah, man, bless up Stephen. Yeah.
So yeah, we just enjoyed Pop's Earth Strong with him and just like had more of a family time and that type of stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Now, on the heels of Yo Dog with Busy Signal, we see where you're now promoting Made It, that will be released on Friday.
Yeah.
A collaboration with Kabaka Pyramid. Talk to us about this track and how would you describe the flavor of it?
The flavor of it, well, it have a Afrobeat type of rhythm going to it. Concept of the tune is more for the hardworking people, as Kabaka put it earlier in one of his posts. And you know, it's just something for free up in these times, something just to to give more inspiration, more motivation.
Okay.
And as you talk about in these times, today, April 20, is very significant. I mean, it represents the day Haile Selassie visited Jamaica.
Yeah.
Share with us how the teachings of His Majesty actually influence your life and your music.
Well, wow. How the influence of His Majesty influenced my life and my music is basically is basically my everyday thing. Giving thanks and praises is the first thing. Always looking on a positive outlook. Always trying to be fair. Making sure that I keep a close connection with His Majesty through prayer and just meditation and such forth. And I think that it as I said, I grew up in that religion there, in that,
right.
in that. So it's I don't know if I put it simple, but it's something like it's like it's just natural to me. For we sit down and reason about His Majesty, the things Him said, the teachings, and it reflects in my music because of what I decide to speak about and the content within my choices. I think that it reflects in the way that it's always about progress to us. And that is one of, for me at least, that is one of the major things that His Majesty represents, is progress.
One of the things, Joe, is that you're the grandchild of a legend, and of course, Bob Marley, your grandfather. Give us a little. How do you feel when you're doing music? Do you feel any special pressure that you have to live up to a certain legacy, or is it that you're creating your own niche, your own style?
I would say there is some pressure in a certain sense, yes, where everyone has their expectations of what they would like you to be or whatnot and such forth. But no, honesty, we kind of to let it get to us,
Right.
It's a thing where, it don't bother me.
No bother you.
Bother me. Yeah, just try to be me. That's it. I can be as real as possible.
Authentic Joe Mersa. That's it. You can't ask for any more than that.
No.
All right.
So now you're releasing some singles. Are there plans in the pipeline to say release an album or an EP? What can we look out for?
Yes, so the EP will be coming out next month.
Right.
It'll be titled Eternal, 7-track EP. There will be also a mixtape following it shortly after.
Who are some of the producers and collabs that you have on there?
Yeah, so on the EP, we have Busy Signal and Yo Dog. We have Kabaka Pyramid and Made It. Before, may I jump the gun? Busy Signal and Yo Dog, produced by Jazzwad. I apologize.
Yes.
Made It is produced by Bombocat, a youth from Colombia, very talented youth.
Oh, frighten me there a minute there. Frighten me there.
I think the Broadcasting Commission was going to call us. But
No. Don't bother with that one. Nope. So then you have Silent Taddy, them, that whole bashment group there as well is also involved in the project. They're also same producers and and others that are involved the same way on this next song called Company featuring Melly. We also have a song called That Dream that's produced by my younger cousin Soul, Skip's older brother. And Skip also had done some production on that track as well. It's Jazzwad again and No Way Out featuring my label mate Black Am I.
Okay,
Um,
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking, produced by Mr. Riffraff Lamar Brown. And you also have a song called Guess Who's Coming Home that's also produced by me and co-produced by Lamar Riffraff Brown once again too. So those are the 7 songs that'll be featured on the EP.
I think you need to have a
Listen.
special names just for them producers they alone. An album need for just make for them alone because them names for them producer there. Riff Raff and what them the cat. I can't call the first part of him.
No, but Joe, listening to the names that the songs
Yeah.
and the 7 tracks on the EP Eternal, would you say that this EP is gonna showcase your versatility? How would you describe the entire E EP?
Well, just like you asked the question, it showcases
Yeah.
some of my versatility in ways where there's I guess you would say in a certain sense we're experimenting. There's new sounds that I'm a fan of and I like, and so we decided to dabble in it and just show say just for show say our lyrical prowess is
Yes.
not stuck to one genre.
Right.
And that and basically just having fun. Other than that, like is a lot of the concepts of the songs aren't nothing too serious. I think it's something for people just can go and vibe and enjoy themselves.
Right,
Mhm.
right.
Enjoy
And we see
making
that already with Yo Dog, like it's one of those tracks where you can vibe to. The rhythm is fire, the lyrics and everything. It gives you a buzz.
As a matter of fact, Joe, I'd love for you to introduce this tune with you and Busy Signal in your own Marley flavor. Not gonna sing it now. We're just gonna play it for you here on the radio, but you will bring it in. You introduce it.
Yo, bless, I love this is Joe Mersa Marley, and you're listening to Yo Dog featuring Busy Signal. See? I'm Mersa.
Yo, dog, I grade herb in my chala take a draw, then me up a laugh, ha ha ha. Man, a lead, that's a me not follow rap, and I'm make views, but we up in a Panama. Panamera, work hard for every dollar and then me share off. Half of me get calm and care now. Work hard for you. Yo, dog, me a pray 1,000 things, just buy a piece of land for me the house and thing. Kiki, well, she and me Dominican thing. Wife of the ring, that a fi me browning. Yo, dog, me a pray a jillion things. Ab G, why I do a million things. Drop psalms, that's bombs, real Gideon thing. 1 billion streams, get me Gideon thing. Lyrical, killing. Stay door, so we think stay, so we think stay door. So the thing set, so the thing set. So the thing set, so the thing set. So we think stay, so we think stay door. So we think stay, so we think stay door. So the thing set, so the thing set. So the thing set.
Shout out, me I do a million things. Star of the game, Tom Brady, 7 rings. Belly on the field is a Brazilian thing. Not the normal like it's a alien thing. Yeah, brother, high grade thing, ragamuffin, what you buffing? Chalice alone, what is stuffing? Tell them a pass with the buffing. She want the bedroom, bully fit the toffin. Man them attack, watch you bluffing. Still not just the Babylon boy with the coffin. One door close, the next one tick it up in. Gorilla rise up a thing, find on a pin. Hey, listen me voice, hear me sing. Prayers I go to me, judge I give blessing. Step out well confident, no guessing. Notify your next of kin, messaging we processing.
Yo, dog, so we think stay, so we think stay door. So we think stay, so we think stay door. So the thing set, so the thing set. So the thing set, so the set, so the
Big tune, Joe. Tune.
Yo Dog.
Yo Dog.
Thanks, give thanks.
Yeah, you're loving that. And of course, Joe, in terms of, the pandemic that's been happening across the world, entertainment has been very hard hit. How have you been managing and what have you been doing in this time where, not much live shows, you've had no live shows, no tours, no concerts. How have you been managing?
Coping.
Spending time with family. being in the studio, still, I mean, nothing really changed out of my daily lifestyle other than the fact that I don't have to go on tour. But
Right.
that is also something that does take a big effect on us as artists, I believe.
It does, yes.
Really, and it's also just the simple but magical fact that you get to connect with your fans. You know what I mean, through the music. That as well, it keeps the fire burning for many other artists to keep going. It gives back that inspiration and reason to so. But no one said like those changes have took its toll on me. As well as what's this whole pandemic, man? It's not
easy.
Has it changed? Has it changed? For instance, Joe Mersa, your strategic planning regarding how you would release or put out music now with COVID and no concerts like Bones mentioned and tours, etc.
Of course, because rather than live shows, now you have live streams.
Right.
So, it has changed the your strategizing of how to put out a song. And, I guess going into depth with this whole media, the social media and that type of stuff as well.
Right.
And the way how it's turned, just trying to strategize to that new way there.
Yeah,
it kind of
you're adjusting. You're adjusting to the times and how we have to live. Joe, in terms of your family name, Marley, it's a brand worldwide. And your uncles, they've diversified into all sorts of other businesses in terms of, there's merch and there's, little farms here and there and so on. Anything that you see that you would probably like to venture into apart from the music?
Eventually I'd probably like to open up a restaurant or something. I do enjoy some food when I'm ready.
So apart from music, what are your hobbies? What if people should hear Joe Mersa Marley and they say, oh, he's an artist, he's a musician, and they'd be surprised to know that you do this. What would this be? In terms of, something that somebody didn't expect from a Joe Mersa Marley.
Probably cooking. Probably cooking.
All right.
Probably cooking.
What would you say is your best meal to cook?
Everything.
You cook everything?
What?
Well, no bother with it.
No, just a check. And you will say everything,
No bother with it.
No bother with it.
You walked right into that, Joe Mersa, all by yourself.
Don't ever need no help. You just open the door and come pass through. All right, what's your favorite vegan or ital to make?
My favorite food to me is actually escovitch fish. Swim around, pardon me, nowadays.
Yeah,
escovitch swim around. See?
Swim around, or escovitch sea citizen. Citizen of the sea.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Now, for persons who are listening, Joe, and they want to stay in touch with you, know when you release your new music, what are your social media handles? How can we find you?
Joe Mersa Marley on IG, Facebook, and everything.
It's very simple to find you. Good to go.
Yeah.
Well, Joe, I want to say thanks making time to talk to us. Of course, wish
Yeah,
Papa
man, we're
Stephen.
looking forward to the EP.
Yeah, wish Stephen Marley a big happy birthday from us here at IRA FM. Send him enough love for us. And of course, we're wishing you all the best with the EP. We know it's going to do very well. And of course, keep on doing what you're doing, brother. Because, boy, the tune them bad. And of course, we know that it's going to do very well on all digital platforms. Big up yourself, Joe.
I give thanks, Manji. Bless up, see?
Blessed.
All right.
Every
So
time.
big up Joe Mersa Marley there. So look out for Made It. Will be released on Friday. And the EP next month.
Right.
Eternal.
We'll be right back after this.
The time brought to you by IRA FM is...
It is now 9:38. And of course, with several attempts And of course, we are now in connection with Onika Venus. And of course, I hope something not dropped the saying, all right. You hear boof a while ago, you know. I hope it's not the connection gone a while ago. So we're going to be linking now with our music artist, which is Onika Venus. But before we do that, I hear that we're now going to our Irie FM Dancehall chart recap with DJ Brian and Courtney Mack.
This is the Guinness Dancehall Top 10 Countdown.
I wonder is who really run dance. Who really have the number one song?
All the youths them want to know.
Who run dancer?
Do you really want to know?
Coming in at number 10 for this week is Dancehall Baddest, Raggin King.
Number 9 was Popcorn, Massacre, Tommy Lee, Under Dirt.
Number 8 was TJ and Tommy Lee, Power Struggle.
Number 7 was Vibes Cartel featuring Squash, Moonwalk.
Number 6 was Basic by Ja Vinci.
Number 5 was Public Enemy Number 1, Governor Intense.
Number 4 was Coyote, When Me Nice Summer Guan.
Number 5 was Not Perfect, Movado.
Number 2 was Humans, Nation Boss. Wonder if them ready for the number one song for this week.
I wonder if them ready.
I wonder if them ready for the number one song for this week.
Push, 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 push.
For the third week, the number one song for this week is Ambition by Yaxter. Number 1.
Yeah. 2-2. Imminent. Bush loader. Ready, man? Yeah. Excuse me, no pagans. Can't seek validation. Toast and admiration. From you now, your patrons. Posting about name brands. But cost over 8 grand. When me searching have the same one. With the cost of a straight pants. Why own a Ferrari? With nowhere to park it, boy. Why shop a Louis V? When there is a target. Now me hype on my face it. True minds me a save it. Them go fend if it trendy. Bank account can't empty. Acres over market. Link me wife when me want. Cause when side got greed up. Child support that lead to. Farming over cost. Investment over profit.
Big song a big song. The Guinness Top 10 charts is where it happens. Only big songs make this chart.
Dancehall can't stand.
Dancehall, I mean everything.
All right, so
All right, thank you there, Courtney Mack and DJ Lollipop.
All right. Of course, we now have Onika Venus, our music artist. It was a challenge to get her, but I think we've gotten her now. Onika, welcome.
Hello, morning, good evening.
Good morning.
Onika,
finally, Onika.
What time is it where you at now, Onika?
20 to 4 in the morning.
Oh, I apologize
wow.
most profusely, Onika.
Well, you're at least you're sounding perky.
You sound like you wake up and ready. All right, Onika.
No, let's jump right into it. Use 5 words to describe Onika Venus.
Pardon?
Give us 5 words. Which 5 words would you use to describe Onika Venus, the artist?
Oh, I'm like bubbly. I'm a little bit crazy. Just humble, lovable, and happy.
Oh, those are great words. Those are great adjectives of yourself.
Yeah.
Your family obviously has always had a passion for music. Would you say this gave the drive to start your musical career?
Yes, most definitely. My music started when I was like really small. Just watching my mom dance around in the kitchen. I always tell people that my mom cooking on Sundays and dancing, and I'm there humming because I love old school reggae.
Right.
You know, I'm an old school girl. So yeah, so that's where my music started out.
Can you remember the first time that you recorded or your first professional recording so to speak? And what was that like for you?
My first professional Sorry, I cut you there.
Yeah,
Sorry.
sorry. Tell us what you're promoting now.
At the moment, I'm promoting.
Are there any collaborations?
Yes, collaboration on the album. There's 2 collaborations, and it's with my husband, Mark Venus.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm in a band. So even though, so my band is called Onika Venus, even though it's my name, but the band is Onika Venus. So it's me, my husband, Mark Venus, Mr. Tom Selway, and Dan Bolter. So we have a saxophonist, harmonica, and Dan played the cajon. He played drums too, but we mostly use cajon because we're like an acoustic band.
Mm-hmm. How would you describe this album?
This album is a bit of everything. So you have I go for the old school reggae vibes because yeah. So who's been loving you?
Yes.
Funny enough, we. That's going on and spinning it for me. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Oh, well, you're most welcome, Onika. What we'd love for you to do now, we're going to play Who's Been Loving You, but we'd want you to introduce it to Jamaica. We're going to play it here, but we want you to introduce it.
Hello, everyone in Jamaica. It's Onika Venus, and this is the single, Everything You Are. Enjoy.
All right.
it's dark in the room. Don't need the moon and the star tonight. Thinking if time is the healer, why I'm not healing. Bleeding love, feeling pain, underflowed in your picture that. Till the waves stop rolling and the rivers start drying up. Giving up, no, it's not for me. When I'm still stuck on you, moving on won't change my mind. I never had a love hit quite hard like this. So who been loving you? Who been loving me? Who been loving you? We both use that spirit of dream. Who been loving you? Who been loving me? Who been loving you? We both use that spirit of dream.
Definitely a soulful sound right there, Onika. And of course, you said it was written about somebody in the studio having a heartbreak. Boy, I can't take it in heartbreak business there at all. Not at all. How can people reach you online? Could you give us your social media handles, on Instagram or Facebook, wherever you are?
I'm all on Twitter. It's Onika Venus Music. On Instagram, it's Onika Venus, Onika, and Venus as in the planet, Venus.
Mm-hmm.
On Facebook, Onika Venus.
Okay.
Yeah, so, and if you want to get a copy of my album, it's onikavenus.bandcamp.com.
Mm-hmm.
You can get a digital copy, or I can send a hard copy out there in Jamaica if you want to get a copy of my album and see what else I have on the album. Also, you can get it on onikavenus.com.
Okay, and of course we understand you're a mother of two.
Yes.
How do you strike the balance? How do you balance the career and being a mother?
I take each day as it comes. I have two naughtiest kids in the whole world. I'm just joking. They're good. They're good kids.
Yeah.
But so there's Onera and Ozane, 3 and 5.
Oh, wow.
But
young. Okay.
yeah, and I'm studying also. So it's
wow.
kids. Yeah, I'm doing English and beauty therapy. So yeah.
You have a full plate. Lots of things happening.
Yeah, it is full on all the time. Yeah.
Well, I was going to ask you what you do in your spare time, but you obviously have none.
Not much spare time. I'm not I'm always being a mommy. I'm mommy 24/7. I write. I love writing lyrics all the time. I love writing. So my husband played the guitar, and I'm useless when it comes to the guitar. So he's been teaching me for years, but I just not natural at it.
Tell us the reggae. What's the reggae scene like in London? Like you're there, is it a prevalent genre there in terms of where you are, and what's kind of the popular music in terms of our Jamaican music there, like artists? If you're hearing, what you're hearing in the streets there.
Well, for Jamaican artists, it's Coffee, Chronics, the usual, but also the upcoming artists like Sensia, Aishana, also like Queen Ifrica, Queen Amiga, Janine, and all of those people. But then you have newcomers over here like Alakai Harley, Stefflin, London, and all of. So it's a mixture of UK mixed with Jamaican. So so you have all of those coming through.
Well, Onika, I want to tell you thank you so much for getting to us. I know it's very early there in the morning, But
Yeah.
you sound fresh, like you're ready to attack the day, you know?
Yeah, I'm fresh.
We hope
Just
none of the
before I go,
children
can I
are
just
up.
say a big
Right.
up to Scabba General for taking me on and pushing and doing all the wonderful work that he's doing. Big up to everybody in Resource Manchester, where I'm from. My brother O'Neill, my dad, Jim. Big up like Resource TV. My uncle Derek Shant and Ernie Shant and Bruce Shant, Rosalie Complex. Everybody in Jamaica, big up yourself. I can't wait for when times a little bit things
Yes.
change and I can come to Jamaica and you guys can get to know the real Onika, not just on the phone, but know who I am.
In person,
And I
yes.
yeah, in person.
All right.
Yeah, so
All right,
just one love
Onika.
One
to
love.
Jamaica. Thank you for having me.
We're great. Great
All
having
right,
you.
wish you all the best and thanks for taking the time out to stay up as well.
Yes.
Thank you very
4
much.
a.m. at
Lots of love. Have a nice day, guys. Thank
enough
you.
love and respect. All right, Onika, take care. Onika
Okay,
Venus.
All right, that was
Our music
Onika
artist.
Venus.
Our music artist this week. Of course, a little bit of a challenge there, but of course, the time. 4 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
I tell you.
That has to be rough.
It has to be rough. And of course, I'm wondering what time. We don't have much time left, do we?
We ourselves, we have 5 minutes remaining.
I'm wondering if we should take a call.
Let's take a call. I think we haven't been able to take a call in a while.
Right, because we did the
So-
dancehall recap already. So, yeah, let's see if we can take a call. 974-5051
974-5043
or 974-5079 on this lovely groundation. There, 420.
So taking your questions, comments, what's
Yes.
on your mind? What do you want to share with us?
Yes, well, we probably can only do one caller, but let us see if we can get one on the line in the meantime. But I tell you, the 420 celebrations have been very, very, very popular. It's a big thing.
Look, it's been a big deal for
Forever.
a long time. Yes.
But that
And you know,
one of the, when I see that there's a song with Sean Paul and Ching Ching about about 420. Let me tell you, when I hear that song, I just pop up dying with laughter. Ching Ching, you are a character, brother. Trust me. So we're looking for that call that we can get for just another 5 minutes or so. 974.
no, 4 minutes.
4 minutes. 974-5051, and of course we have-
974-5079
and 974-5043. We have a caller
or
online.
618-0352. Buzz through call you live.
Good night. Buzz through.
Blaze it, make it burn it.
Blaze it, make it burn. Aya.
Whoa!
Whoa! 420.
Whoa! Yeah, man, kiss him, man.
Right.
Well, big up yourself.
The 420,
Yeah,
I lick
man,
your wicked
go on.
in a youth. 420 gone in your head right now, you know.
Yeah, man, blaze it, DJ boy.
Literally blaze it, yes.
Yeah, man, Shaka Warrior pass you out of Philadelphia Center. You see me, I say?
Yes.
Yeah, big up yourself, Shaka. How have you been keeping?
Yeah, man, I don't know me. I keep myself safe and protected safe. You see me, I say?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And your family?
Yeah, man, go and do the right thing.
Protocol is observed, right? Hand sanitization, mask wearing, and of course social
The
distancing,
immune
right?
system in tip-top shape.
Yeah, man, the fruits and vegetables and sleep, enough sleep.
Yeah, man, I go and drink up some natural juice. You see me, I say?
Know you mean?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of natural
Yeah,
juice
man.
you drink then, old Shaka?
Don't know the beetroot with the carrot, man, and the cucumber. See me, you see me, I say?
No, man.
Unsweetened Shaka?
Yeah, man, natural, man.
Oh,
Yeah, Shaka, that sounds good.
But like a problem, you have trouble there, eh? You have
Yeah, man.
problem. Beetroot? No, sir. I tell you. Anybody you want to big up before you go, Shaka?
Yeah, man, just bless up my daughter, Shamaya. So me, I say?
Yes.
Yeah, man, I'm Empress Janet. I don't know. I'm Prentice. I bless you up, see me. So me, I say?
Yes, Prento. Baddest mechanic in a town. Big up yourself, Prento.
Mm-hmm. All right, big up yourself, Shaka Warrior, and continue
Yeah,
to
man,
stay
I'm blessed
safe,
up.
you and your family.
All right, bless up Kishima. I don't know. Bless up my brethren. I can see me. So me, I say?
Big up
All
yourself.
right.
You.
Whoa, and bless up the whole of IRFM, MC Teddy.
Yes.
Yeah, man, I don't know. Whoa!
Whoa!
I sit up DJ board.
Yes, my brother. Enough love. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, balance.
Boy, yeah, we produce up on it, grog in your dead with laugh. Boy, Sandrika, get up, Sandrika, get up.
All right, big up yourself, Shaka Warrior from Philadelphia, Centon. Well, Bones, we have 2 minutes remaining. So with that 2 minutes, I want to say a big thank you to everyone who made the EBUZZ possible today. So big up to Onika Venus, our music artist, who joined us for the discussion earlier.
And Joe
also,
Mersa.
big up to Joe Mersa,
Yeah,
Marley.
Joe Mersa Marley. Of course, we want to say a very special thanks to our sponsor, Thomo Vibes Distributors, Trang Back Tonic Wine. Of course, strengthen your back to make the attack.
Big up our producer, Sandrika Masters. Big up to Peter Broadback, keeping social media connected. Big up yourself, DJ Lollipop.
Yep. And of course, say thanks to everyone, your listeners out there who make this program possible. We say thanks and join us next week for another edition of the EBUZZ. I'm DJ Bones.
And I'm Kishima Francis. Muta Baruka is up next. Remember to watch the stream.
Live stream. Yeah, big up. Yes, Rasta. Muta up next.
Moving forward.